From the moment we are born, one truth follows us silently. We are not here forever. Yet, it is this very truth that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. They fill their days with distractions, noise, and endless chasing of things that have no meaning in the end. But the moment you come face to face with your mortality, whether through personal loss, illness, or deep reflection, something powerful happens. You wake up. You begin to see how fleeting life truly is, and how much of it has been wasted on things that never really mattered. When you accept that your time here is limited, it strips away the unnecessary. The gossip, the jealousy, the grudges, the need for approval, the ego-driven battles, all of it fades into the background. In its place comes clarity. A deeper sense of awareness arises, not just about time, but about what you should be doing with that time. This acceptance doesn't make you cold or distant. In fact, it does the opposite. It makes you more present, more compassionate, more intentional. You stop waiting for someday to pursue your dreams. You stop putting off the words you need to say. You stop living in the past or fearing the future, and finally return to the only moment that ever truly exists. Now, mortality reminds us that everything we touch, love, or experience is on borrowed time. Relationships, health, opportunities. They are not permanent fixtures, they are gifts. And when you see them through the lens of impermanence, you cherish them more deeply. You treat people with more care. You handle your purpose with more urgency. You live not just to exist, but to matter. The mind becomes sharper when it knows that every moment counts. Procrastination loses its appeal. You begin to make choices that reflect who you really are, not who others want you to be. You no longer chase shallow pleasure or validation. Instead, you search for meaning. You prioritize inner peace. You find beauty in stillness. Your definition of success evolves. It's no longer about how much you have, but about how fulfilled and aligned you are with your truth. Accepting mortality is not about being morbid. It's about embracing the preciousness of life. It's a conscious decision to live with urgency, with presence, and with truth. It teaches you to leave no conversation unfinished, no gratitude unspoken, no moment unlived. You understand that time is not to be spent, it is to be invested. Every hour becomes a choice. Every day becomes sacred. Every breath becomes. Human nature often delays change until we're forced into it. We wait until we've hit rock bottom, until we lose someone dear, until our health fails, or until the silence becomes unbearable. Only then do most people wake up. Only then do they begin to reflect, to reassess, and to question whether they've truly lived the life they were meant to live. But why wait for tragedy to jolt you awake when you have the power to awaken now? By choice, not by force. Most people live on autopilot. Their days are filled with repetition, mindless scrolling, and shallow distractions. They follow routines that numb their spirit and spend their energy trying to keep up appearances, chasing temporary highs, and suppressing the quiet voice inside that says, "There is more to life than this." That voice speaks the truth, but it's often drowned out by the noise of urgency, deadlines, fear of judgment, or the illusion that there will always be more time. But time does not wait. It slips away quietly, invisibly. One day you blink and a decade has passed. One day you realize you've been surviving, not living. And when people are finally confronted by a crisis, when they are told they have limited time left, or when life suddenly changes, they don't mourn what they lost. They mourn what they never did, the words they never spoke, the risks they never took, the love they never expressed, the purpose they never fulfilled. To live consciously is to break that cycle. It means becoming aware, painfully aware at times, of how precious, fragile, and limited life is. Conscious living is not about being perfect, it's about being present. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about making decisions that are aligned with your values, your purpose, and your truth. It's choosing growth over comfort, choosing truth over image, choosing purpose over routine. It requires courage. Courage to say no to what drains you. Courage to face your fears and take action anyway. Courage to pause, to reflect, and to ask, am I really living the way I want to live? Or just existing? And if the answer is no, then to begin again, no matter your age, no matter your past. Because it is better to start now with honesty than to reach the end with regret. Conscious living demands responsibility. You no longer blame others for your unhappiness or lack of fulfillment. You no longer sleepwalk through your days, waiting for some perfect moment to change. You realize that this moment is the only moment that is ever guaranteed. So you start to pay attention to your thoughts, to your choices, to your habits. You question what you've normalized and ask whether it truly serves you. You begin to let go of the excuses you've used to delay your potential and start reclaiming your power to create something meaningful as the end of life approaches, whether through old age, illness, or deep self-realization. One thing becomes painfully clear: what you carry within you matters more than what you accumulate around you. In those quiet moments of solitude, it's not your bank account or accolades that speak the loudest. It's your unresolved emotions, your unspoken words, your withheld forgiveness, and your inner unrest that echo in your mind. Many people walk through life carrying emotional baggage that they've never fully confronted. Grudges from the past, wounds from betrayal, guilt over actions they regret, or anger toward those who hurt them. They think time will heal all wounds, but time alone doesn't heal. Awareness and forgiveness do. If you don't make peace with these emotions, they don't disappear. They grow heavier. And by the time you reach the end, they become the heaviest burdens of all. Forgiveness is not about agreeing with the wrongs done to you. It's not about letting someone else off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from the prison of bitterness. Every time you relive a painful memory without releasing it, you tie your energy to the past. That energy could be used for healing, for growth, for creation, but instead it's trapped. And what's worse is that most people don't even realize they're doing it. Inner peace doesn't arrive magically. It must be built, moment by moment, through conscious reflection and emotional responsibility. It means going back to the places in your heart where you've been hurt and choosing not to let those wounds define the rest of your journey. It means being brave enough to confront your own faults, to take ownership of the pain you may have caused others, and to offer sincere apologies where necessary. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is yourself. You replay your mistakes, dwell on your missed chances, and hold yourself hostage to your imperfections. But the truth is, you can't move forward until you make peace with who you used to be. Self-forgiveness is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's recognizing that you did the best you could with the awareness you had at the time, and that you are capable of choosing differently now. Forgiveness and peace are not just emotional luxuries. They are essential spiritual duties. Because when your time on earth comes to an end, the question will not be who was right or wrong. The question will be, did you love deeply? Did you forgive freely? Did you leave behind peace or pain? You cannot rewrite your past, but you can release it. You can choose to no longer let what happened define who you are. You can clear the emotional weight that clouds your heart so that your final days are not filled with turmoil, but with quiet strength. And legacy is not something you leave behind after death. It is something you build in every choice, every word, every act of integrity you perform while you are alive. Too many people think of legacy as a grand monument, something that will be carved into a tombstone or remembered through awards and possessions. But true legacy is not measured by wealth, fame, or what the world writes about you. It is measured by how you made people feel, how you contributed, and how aligned your life was with your deepest values. Every day, knowingly or unknowingly, you are creating the story others will remember you by. Your habits, your discipline, your kindness, your resilience, these become the foundation of your legacy. Legacy is not built in moments of public recognition. It is crafted in private moments of truth when no one is watching. It is created when you choose honesty over convenience, humility over pride, compassion over judgment. The idea of living your legacy daily invites a radical shift in mindset. It demands that you stop postponing your greatness. It requires you to stop waiting for a perfect moment, to start living meaningfully, and start now, today. It means asking yourself each morning, if today were my last, would I be proud of how I showed up? Would my actions reflect the person I hope to be remembered as? This mindset removes the luxury of passivity. It replaces excuses with urgency. You stop wasting time on things that drain you. Pointless arguments, toxic habits, shallow goals. Instead, you become intentional with your energy. You start pouring yourself into actions that align with the vision you want to leave behind. You begin mentoring others, lifting people up, creating art, building ideas, or simply being present in your relationships. You realize that legacy doesn't always require loud achievements. It can be quiet but powerful. A calm presence, a consistent commitment, a word of wisdom spoken at the right time. Living your legacy daily also means facing discomfort. It means doing the hard things because they matter. It means showing up for others when it's inconvenient, staying true to your principles when they are tested, and choosing growth over safety. It means leading by example, not just in public, but especially in private. People may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you lived. And it goes even deeper. It's not just about what others remember. It's about what you remember about yourself. When the end draws near and you reflect on your life, you won't ask how many followers you had, how much applause you earned, or how high you climbed. You'll ask, did I live with courage? Did I love without holding back? Did I stay true to what mattered most? Did I make my time count? Every day is a brick. Every choice is a tool. Every act of awareness is a step toward becoming the person whose story will inspire others, not just to remember you, but to rise because of you.